Hello, navigators. Welcome to this episode. My daughter, Lauren Campbell, as you can see here, graduated and she was the student speaker. So let's look at her speech. She graduated from middle school to high school, and it's so surreal that she's so big.
Good morning, Mr. Walker, Dr. Powell, Miss Wallace, faculty, parents, friends, and most importantly, my fellow classmates. My name is Lauren Campbell, and I am honored to be here today, nominated by my peers to speak on behalf of all of us about our 8th grade experience. After asking my class, I realized that there is no one word or sentence to convey the experiences that we've had this year. That one hilarious lockdown drill we had in Mr. Haynes' class, the gin lock-in, lunch with Mrs. Zad in her classroom, and of course, the train wreck that was the Secret Santa exchange. All full of laughter and interclass connection. If there's one thing to say about this year, it is that we all got to know each other better and understand each together. Another huge part of making 8th grade special were our wonderful teachers. When I started to write this speech, I quickly realized that a huge chunk of it would be dedicated to some very special people. We'd first like to shout out Miss Silvera, a teacher who has been part of our class since 5th grade, experiencing the highest highs and the lowest lows with us, providing a smile and some sage advice during the very tumultuous days and weeks of middle school. We couldn't have done it without you. Then there's Mr. Siago. When we found out at the beginning of the year that Miss Bussy wouldn't be our math teacher, we were all collectively devastated. But in her place was one of the most kind, encouraging, and amazing teachers we could have asked for. The best thing about Mr. S is that we always feel like he's in our corner, supporting us and believing in us, and providing support every single math period, pushing us to be our very best. Of course, we would also like to thank Mrs. Zan, our prime confidant on lunch date, who kept us mostly in line throughout the year, a very difficult job that we all commend her for. Another teacher who we would like to thank is Bernard, a very funny, kind, and amazing advisor who had the patience of a saint. And of course, Mr. Haynes, a teacher who made us laugh, encouraged us to soak in information with fun lessons and experiments, and a teacher we could always be real with. Last but not least, I want to take a moment to remember an amazing teacher that we'll miss forever, Miss Smith. 1 year ago, we watched the 8th graders graduate, and I promised Miss Smith over there on those benches that she would have a primary spot as our class speaker, and that she would be here to watch me give this very speech. So while she isn't here to see in person, she remains in all of our hearts as a caring, loving, kind, and wonderful teacher and person who had an enormous impact on our middle school years and who is missed greatly. So 8th grade was a kaleidoscope of experiences, feelings, memories, and a grade that will be remembered as one of the greats. Whether it was playing computer chess, telling Mrs. Zan about all the drama, celebrating a tough academic comeback, complaining about summatives, explaining to Miss Silvera and Miss Bernard about plans to buy a lead sheet, or making TikToks after school in the drama room, we did those things together, growing, maturing, changing, learning together. And even though school wasn't always easy, and it's definitely not going to get any easier, we can all say that we survived middle school. Thank you.
So much to process here, navigators, but just an overwhelming sense of so much gratitude. I really do remember when she was born, and it's surreal that the time has moved the way it has, but it's just the goodness of God, and I'm grateful. I mean, just look at them. It's a wow. And this is why I tell the women that I coach, establish your priorities. Just put your family, your kids, and your husband, your partner as your priority, and choose accordingly. You will never regret it. The time is going to go so quickly. And trust me, I know, having, grown a business as a new mom, and this is my first maternity leave I'm about to take. So I know this is hard, but when the choice comes down to it, always choose them, make memories, carve out your calendar, block out your calendar when they have holidays, make every sacrifice to just make memories with them, receive them when they come home from school, make time to talk to them, make time to carry them to school, and, make sure you're in the frame of mind to just really have conversations, be there for their things, you do not want them to get big so fast and then you full of regrets, because I never seen nothing happen fast like how Lauren and Joshua and Ali grew up quick. Like literally. And then the best father in the world, by the way, today's Father's Day, so pick up Sasko. And then after, we went for a little breakfast. Lauren and Joshua had to stay at school. So, and then later in the day, I went and had an ultrasound, and it was super awesome. You know, I get really excited to see the babies on the camera. You guys, the ultrasound finished, and I'm in the waiting room, like literally just sitting there, gathering my strength to move to the next destination. We are at that point. Woosa, woosa, baby. And then, my friends, they got a graduation party. By the way, middle school to high school. Big up all the parents who, I was just like a chaperone. I literally just lay there while the party was going on, and just, you know, we chatted as parents, but it was just fabulous. My sister Rachel hosted. You know, she is the hostess with the mostest, the aesthetic queen, and like all these parents like just did the most, and it was beautiful, gorgeous. It was fabulous, and I'm happy that they got this experience together as a class. Navigators, I have to add here that this is the twins' first time at a party with a sound system, and the girl was dancing while the boy was just straight chilling. And I don't know, we might have another Lauren on our hands. Dear God, I don't even know, but it's looking like our girl is festive. Okay, she like literally jumping up and down, and it was something else. Okay, navigators, you know how it is. I am working up to this maternity leave. It feels like so much to be done before the twins get here. And this is going to be my first real maternity leave where I get to just forget work and focus on the babies in this case. So it's been difficult. What's also been difficult is the pain as this pregnancy progresses. Obviously, my first time carrying twins, and it's just unlike anything I have ever experienced in my life. The pelvic pain, it's just so intense now. Back pain, because my upper back and the weight, I guess, and I just don't think I need to be at my desk anymore. So that's what my body is now telling me. But I was not listening before, so now my back hurts. An angel friend of mine got an in-person yoga instructor to come to just, you know, get me moving and stretch out my body, and I really needed this. And so I did it, and it was really great. It was taxing, felt a bit taxing, but it was good. And I definitely felt better in my body after. So I'll just be continuing to repeat just a few of these stretches. Everything was very light. It was really good to just be able to just finally move. But I definitely say for sure, as I've shared before, that the third trimester is kicking my you-know-what. But at the same time, I just feel overwhelming gratitude, because every time I go to the doctor, everything is perfect. And they're so happy with how, you know, I'm coming along, because I'm seeing multiple doctors. I'm seeing a fetal specialist because of my age and the twins. I'm seeing like my OB. I'm also seeing someone else. So it's just, everyone is just really happy with everything. And when I know about the different complications that can come, and I've had friends with all kinds of different complications. So, you know, although there's this discomfort in my body, I really feel terrible, like literally complaining, you know, because I just know things could be so much worse. So it's a mental challenge, literally choosing gratitude, right? It's a mental challenge. I have to literally practice. I have to catch myself. But at the same time, I'm making space for the reality of how I feel, and that this is a really surreal experience, and I'm trying to approach it with more curiosity and, you know, like, wow, because it doesn't even feel like my body. I can't even, we got into a yoga pose where I need to lift my back leg up. I can't even lift my back leg up because of the pelvic pain. I come out of the bed and I can't even come out of the bed properly. Like, it takes me so long to just get out of the bed because the muscles I would engage to get out of the bed affect my pelvic floor or whatever. And so that hurts. And then just to get to the bathroom, it's just so slow and laborious because the pain is worse if I'm stationary for a long time. So if I get up in the night to pee after maybe sleeping for 2 hours or something, the pain hit. So, anyway, I have to make room for that. The hormone, and I'll randomly burst out into tears randomly. But there's also so much to be grateful for. The registry I'm about to close, our friends have been so incredibly generous. Like, we have gotten the greatest things off of this registry. I mean, I'm pretty overwhelmed. It's like I'm pretty excited. And then lots of you guys and IG friends have been asking for the link to the registry, and then it just came to me that I really would like to do a registry for women in need. Literally, we would love if you would gift women in need in the spirit of celebrating the twins. That's so exciting. So I'm going to be releasing that link this week, and let's just let's give back. And listen, when God tells me to do something, I just listen, and I think that this is going to be really impactful, and certainly for the moms who are gonna be gifted this stuff, it's gonna be great. And my cousin runs BAM Moms Club. She already does outreach, prenatal classes, and all kinds of support for moms in need. She works with Women's Center as well. So that's really great. The cough, let's address the cough because I'm doing these voiceovers and you can hear the cough. I've been sick. I was sick for a little while, and antibiotics and the works. Saharan dust has been covering Jamaica and we have been feeling it, but the cough is basically gone. And I am so relieved and grateful because that was like a bunch of sleepless nights. It was really difficult. My belly hurt so much, my belly button, with all the coughing. Listen, I'm just relieved and grateful at this point. Real work on the playroom into the nursery, other than putting the AC, but the other work is, kicking into high gear. And so everything is just getting ready for the twins. And so I also feel like, okay, my maternity leave is going to need to start really very soon because I can't even sit at my desk without pain anymore because of my back. So yeah, my body is doing the talking right now, and I just need to just, release and just flipping fall in line at this point. Wednesday. The weeks are starting to feel longer as the larger I get. But simultaneously, they're starting to feel shorter because I don't have as much time to get my whole self together, and obviously the nursery and all the things, but also at the same time I'm feeling really zen. It's a lot. It's hard to explain how I feel. It's really calm because obviously everything is moving along. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's really awesome that I have work that excites me. Right now I can't imagine working on things that I don't care about and stuff like that. That was just crazy. So today is another, I don't think I have as many meetings today. I do have a meeting that starts pretty much now that I have to go on. I don't have as many today, which is awesome. So that gives me space to execute stuff, which is great. I'm gonna just give my hair some curls. And yesterday that nap really worked for me, so definitely making room today for a nap. I worked till late yesterday evening, so I'm on kind of a late start this morning, which is how I balance and how I have my team balance too. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me just run on to my meeting. I've got time lapse here while I'm on the meeting. I think, I don't know if my brain can process so much stimuli, but here we are. So one of my favorite things to do is to mix lippies. I just be mixing lippies. I like the peach look, but I also like the matte look. But I also doing what I want this morning. So I'm using Wake Up Forever, Calorie something, and a Fenty. And then I'm gonna matte it back with the Makeup Forever, which is the matte on. So that's what we're doing this morning. I like a little nude. I really love a nude lip. Big fan of nude lips. Just gonna this thing here, little glue situation. You really have to contour the nose these days because pregnant nose. So, we are finished, girls. We are done. Hair is done. Makeup is done. And I am ready for my first meeting. It's gonna be a short day today. I'm already predicting it was a long day yesterday. So today I gave myself a late start and I'm also giving myself an early finish, okay? Yeah, I don't do back-to-back long days because my body here I'm managing. The twins are so heavy right now, I have to use a belly band to just move at this point. So, Chronicles of the Prego Girl. Oh, have I shown you the belly lately? This is huge. I don't know. It's huge. There's nothing else to say. Just think massive. Think large. Bigly. I'm not like too into wearing jewelry right now because it just depends on the day. The earrings I can't bother with because I'm going to take them off to take a nap. I don't even know. Listen, the deodorant is almost. And I wear perfume. To just like, you know, feel, you know, winning. So, here's some perfume. Here's to me. Now the tricky part is the shoes. Have to keep wearing shoes to just feel, yeah. So putting them on is tricky. Before we put on any shoes, ladies and gentlemen, we have to do some exercises for my upper back. Now, let me tell you, you do not have to tell me, navigators. It is the sitting at the desk that is causing this problem. I'm not able to do the kind of exercise, yoga, etc. that normally keeps this under control. And I guess I've been sitting at my desk longer. I've been having long days. Just, yeah, okay. I ain't gonna lie, getting cute is an effort and a half these days, but it is one thing I can control. It's one thing that gives me energy. And I don't know, I'm gonna be cute all the way up to delivery is the plan of action because pop down is not on. This also goes for my surroundings. I'm keeping my surroundings cute too. Okay, it's just beauty all around. By the way, our June SAT class launched and it's sold out. And then I gotta show you this cute outfit. How cute is this dress? A little bit short, guys. By the way, who is proud of me? I did it all in the name of content, y'all. I set up my camera on my car and literally got the content. By the way, do you see why my bra at the back looks black and pink? Because I have an extender on it, like a clip, okay? Because my back is broad. Anyways, I got my content. That's all that counts. I had to get over my whole thing of being highly embarrassed, and I got the content. Yeah. It's such a weird thing getting content in public. Like, I don't know why it's so embarrassing. I have no idea. Somebody needs to study it. Because then... did it again. I got my contents and now I'm trying to fit into my car. How am I gonna fit? You guys, I had no idea this camera was still rolling. Try not to get nauseous. This is me trying to get back into the car. I could not fit to get back into the bloody car. Okay, like the space between my car and the next car was too small for me and my belly, and I was like trying to do the most maneuvering. And remember, I had on a white dress, so all that happened, white dress get dirty. I'm here trying to fit until rescue. Huh? Yeah, we can climb over. That's okay. I mean, I don't see. Because you're kind of stuck. Oh. Yeah, all right, cuz. That's your phone, yes. Yeah, man. Okay. All right. Bye, love you. Then I went and linked up with my fellow prego Alicia, and it was awesome. I'm outside. Look at me. Look at me outside. Sorry, that's all the footage I got. Convo was too great. Okay, also big up these non-maternity dresses that are holding it down. This is some of the twins things on the move. And also, of course, we went to Mulberry. Jeffrey took someone who has never been before, who is giving us some strategic advice. So it was really great to take him on a tour.
And then, but this will also gravity feed, so it can surpass those tanks and gravity feed straight over to the wine cellar tank. Yeah.
All right, navigators. Thank you for joining me for another episode. See you later, navigator.